Ooh. All right. Welcome back to Monday Magic, Indoors Edition. I think this is the second time I've had y'all in my room on Monday Magic. There's been other stuff that we've done, but yeah. Would y'all believe that it stopped raining like as soon as I started walking? Like once I got like just a little bit away from the tree, it stopped raining. And I considered going back, but I'm like, clearly, it was time to shift inside. As soon as, we transitioned and was far enough to not turn back. Because if it would have stopped immediately, I would have went back. But I didn't, so it seemed like it stopped right when I was far enough to be like, I'm gonna just keep going. So, I don't know. I'll follow the guides and keep flowing. It's funny that it did that right when it was time to transition into Oracle. So I feel like we were already transitioning. We've been talking about transitions. We were talking about death and rebirth. See, I guess that was the death of the first half of Monday Magic. And, we're different now. That was the death of our former selves too. So it's time to reboot it back up. It's time to be reborn. I love a good full circle moment if you haven't noticed. 1, 2, 3 as I say that. Oh, we got a fresh timer too, okay. I'm over here dropping cards. Oh, 333 on the floor. Big protection. Yeah, I'm not even getting anything additional. It's just calm and quiet and like peace and yeah, contentment I'm hearing right now. Okay. Yeah, it's always interesting to me how different the energy is out there, in front of the tree versus like being back in here. Always feels different. Hello, sir. Welcome to the party, dog. It's my brother. His birthday's tomorrow. He's becoming such a big boy, So proud of him. Oh, these cards all turned around and mixed up. It's 333. Want to come out again? Get y'all situated. Did y'all enjoy our close, intimate time? No? A little closer than we've ever been. Yeah, I'm a very silly person, if you haven't noticed. But 333. Now I'm hearing trust the process. Trust the natural unfoldment of things. Which is interesting because before I wasn't getting much. And then, oh wow, 333 just passed too on the timer. But before I wasn't getting much. And it's like, yeah, and I went to put it back. And then boom, my brother comes in the door. And we have to, pause a little bit and adjust. And then boom, I go to shuffle and it comes out again. It's like, because imagine had I just got all the channel and I started and then boom, the flow gets interrupted. But it's like, no coincidences. Trust the unfoldment of your life. And I feel like that was the message. That whole instance and everything, like that was the message. It came out, that boom, it happened. It came out again to confirm and close the circle and like boom, there you go, 333. So, oh yeah, that's dope. I appreciate that. Trust the natural unfoldment of your life. You never know. Hindsight will definitely be your friend. So if you can have that hindsight in the present moment and realize like, okay, I don't know why this is happening. It appears to be, like an obstacle, an obstruction, or it seems to be like, an opposing force. But it may not be. It may just be, divine redirection. And more times than not, that's what it is. It's like, like we were saying earlier, the amount of unseen that has a play on the way things go is tremendous. Like a lot of our experiences are the things we don't see. So understand that at any given time, you're being supported by things you don't see, and the things that appear to be obstacles may not be obstacles. They might be the miracle, but it's like the only difference between one or the other is awareness. So be mindful and remember, you're protected. You're divinely protected and guided at all times. And that being said, 222 fell on the floor. And that's giving me the you're not alone. You're never alone. And it also is giving me like little things add up, you know? Like you show up 2 plus 2 plus 2. Like by itself, you know, that's just, you know, 2. But if you keep going, you keep going, you keep going, you can get to crazy numbers, you know? You can get to millions, billions, trillions if you add enough 2s, which on their own may seem small, but together they're huge. 555, as I say that. So understand that the little efforts you put in every day, the work you're doing every day, continuing to stay focused and continuing to show up as you do every day. It may not seem like a lot, you know, in every present moment, but understand that after so many days, after doing so many times in the reps and all that, and continuing to show up the way you do, understand that, yeah, it leads to big, big, big changes, and those are the big shifts. And a lot of big shifts that you're seeking happen through little moments, through the decisions that you're making at any given time, on any given in any given moment. So understand that it's always that deep, and treat the smallest decision with the utmost respect and regard, because it adds up to create your life the way you want to create it. It adds up to the things that you want. Doing enough little things adds up to the big results you want. So treat those little decisions with respect. What you choose to do when you wake up, treat that with respect. Treat what you choose to eat for lunch with respect and with intention. And understand that the more you do that, the better the results will be in your life and in your experience. And all those decisions add up. So it's always that deep. Divine timing, divine timing. So yeah, see why we had to come inside. There were other characters involved that were needed, other players that were needed to carry out this message and to carry out this channel correctly and in its fullness. So it all works out. Evil Eye was peeking out, like I was shuffling and it kind of bent out and was looking back at me. But yeah, this feels like I don't even want to say beware, be aware, because that feels like, you know, like anybody hating has power, because they don't. But yeah, understand that everybody's not rooting for you. You know that. Understand that everybody doesn't have your best interest. You know that. Everybody who's watching you isn't watching you with, you know, high love and support in their heart. You know, some people are watching with, you know, disdain, jealousy, all those feelings of lack, their own feelings towards themselves, like a lot of heavy energies. So understand that, yes, but don't give it power. Don't feel like, oh, let me not share anything because evil eye, or let me keep my blessings to myself because evil eye. Like, understand that you doing that gives it power because you're treating it like it has a power. So understand that you will get results like that, and you will feel like, oh my God, like people are plotting on my downfall. But if you understand you're divinely protected, that no energy from anyone can interrupt what you have going on, no one's free will is more powerful than your own free will in your own life, then you'll understand that evil eye has no power, and that the only people you're really disservicing by not sharing is the people who could benefit from it, the people who will be inspired, who will see it and feel that spark, and who will feel empowered, and who will, you know, take that and pay it forward and amplify it, and, you know, their light inspired their light and it grew and became, you know. So understand that that's way more important than protecting what doesn't need protecting from people and whatever they want to feel about what you're doing. So understand that, yeah, there's evil eye for sure. There's people hating for sure. Everybody don't want to see you winning, but that has nothing to do with you. So keep winning, keep sharing your wins, keep inspiring others, keep being that light And where we're going, there's no room for you to hide your light or dim your light or not be everything that you are, because you know who you are, you know what you bring to the table. So be that at any given time. Blue on the bottom. I'm hearing rest. I'm hearing rest is important. Um, yeah, rest. Period. Like I'm not even being guided to like say anything else. Like rest. You're really being called to rest. And you know this is for you. Like you might have been over there like, oh, see, there's no even message. I wanted to go and they told stop. Rest. Rest. You know who you are. Yeah, 5%. Charge your battery. Do things that make you feel full. When you feel depleted, when you feel like you don't have a lot to give, yes, rest is important. Like, but if you don't want to do that, at least do something that makes you feel good, that fills your cup, that recharges you in a different way, if not that way. Um, and don't allow the little energy you have left to be taken from you. Like, be mindful of it, especially when you don't have a lot to give. That's exactly when you need to use that last percentage to pour into yourself in order to fill your cup up, so you can get to 50%, so you get to 60%, eventually get to 100%, 150, so you can go back to pouring out the overflow. But understand that if you're already depleted, do not let your last little bit be taken away to where you're left with nothing. Understand that you have to use this 5% to charge yourself, to pour into yourself, and then you'll be able to do everything you need to do. Sorry about them. They no respect. 777 on the bottom as well. This is the jackpot. Understand that everything that's here for you is dependent on you healing your nervous system, you resetting your nervous system, you calming your nervous system down, feeling safe in your experience. Because if your body doesn't feel safe, like you're not going to be able to actualize any of the things that you see for yourself or that you're trying to bring in. So understand that rest, do things that make you feel full, pour into your cup. Understand that through that process, your winnings will be able to show. But if you don't prioritize preparing your vessel to have space for this abundance, understand that it'll continue to wait for you to do so. Because if you don't have the space for it, you'll lose it, you'll fumble it, because it'll leave just as quick as it came, because you're not in resonance to it. So it'll try to leave your reality because it doesn't belong there, because your vibration isn't a match. So understand that you have to prioritize preparing your vessel. And understand that that process is all one and the same. There is no separation. Success is yours. It feels like this is telling a very sequential story, you know? Like, the success is coming. It's here, it's already yours, it's done. But right now, it's just about getting into the vibratory matches to bring it in. Like, that continues to be what's stressed, what I continue to hear is like, it's already done, but you have to become a match. Like, at this point, I'm starting to feel like you're overworking. Like, you've already done the thing, but now it's time to shift. Like, you've done the thing, now allow it to have its impact. And in that meantime, you let go, you detach from it, and now you give yourself the stuff you may not have been giving yourself. Like, you may not have been resting. There might have been a lot of nights where you didn't go to sleep. You might not have been eating properly. You might not have been spending time with your family the way you should be. You might not have, been going on the dates with your partner. You might not have been going to play pickleball when you love pickleball, going to hoop with the bros when you love that, or playing video games because you love video games. You may have been cutting out all this stuff, sacrificing all these pieces of yourself to get this thing done. And it's done now, but you find yourself now you're continuing to move like that when it's like, yo, relax, pause. Success is yours. You did it for just a little bit. Like, Go tend to those things. Go refill your cup. Go get yourself back to 100%. So understand that, yeah, this is not the time to go push harder, to work harder, to continue to grind until you see the results. Understand that you have to detach a little bit. So the divine can do their thing, the universe can do their thing, and things can continue to align. And through this process, you will become in alignment to get the results that you want, because now your cup's full because you rested. Now you did all those things. Now you're back in balance as this thing is, unfolding, and it's doing its thing too, because you already did it. You raised the kid already, allowed to go out into the universe and make its way. And understand that it will. You put the right energy into it. You did all the things. You did follow the protocol in order to get it out and allow it to prosper and allow it to have the impact it will. So treat it like with that confidence, like it will, like you have the faith in it. Don't be a hover parent calling every single day, like, hey, what's going on? You good? Hey, where are you at? Oh, what's going on? You need anything? Are you sure? Hey, what are you doing? Did you do this today? You don't want to be like that. You want to relax, give them the space to grow their wings, do their thing, and understand that it'll be okay. Now make sure focus on yourself right now, and understand that when you're done in this process, it will be in alignment. I promise the timelines will match up, and you'll be like, wow, like as soon as I finish, filling my cup and I feel ready to go do something, there's something to do. And it's like, yeah. So understand that. Don't continue to force, flow. You did it. Congratulations. Now allow yourself to change gears for a little bit and understand it's not forever. You'll be able to get back to it. And I know this is something you love, and that's what you have this passion for. You really just want it to succeed so bad, and it's so good, and you just want to give it your all because, you just want it to be everything it can be, and it will be. But have trust in yourself and move with that faith and understand that you can't mess it up. It's not at the mercy of you didn't do enough, because it's everything. It's everything it is, I promise. It feels like you did such an amazing job. It's so impactful, it's so profound. And it's going to succeed because you did all the things already. It has everything in it, and the universe is going to do everything it needs to get it out because it's in the world's best interest, it's in everybody's best interest. So understand that. Pour into yourself. Now that's what's in your best interest. That's what's in the world's best interest. So when this thing needs you to come back and do the next part, you'll be ready. But success. Hell yeah, I'm proud of y'all. I feel like there's just been so many congratulatory messages and like, you did it, you did it. And it seems like, it's hard for us to know that we did it and to pat ourselves on the back until, we have everything and we have all these things and the stuff and the accolades. But it's like, sometimes doing the things and getting it done is good job. Like that's the biggest part, honestly. The creation process and what it takes and who you have to become in that process to do anything, to create something, the parts of yourself you have to go down and meet in order to bring stuff back and to paint these pictures for the world. Like that's an honorable journey in itself, regardless of what the thing does and how it performs. Just the fact that you were able to do that and go through that journey and that expedition is everything. And that is true success. And understand that journey is life. Like, it's not just the trophies you get and the milestones and the checkpoints you hit along the way. It's really the journey and the actualizing in every day, every present moment that becomes the memories, that becomes the highlights of your life. So understand that the journey is everything. So don't get lost on always trying to hit destinations, or how many destinations did you hit this year, or how many destinations did you hit this quarter. It's like, who did you become? What was the quality of your journeys this year? Like, how much did you change? How much did you learn about yourself? How much did you learn about the world around you? How much did you learn about your fellow man? How much of what's not you did you shed this year? How many people did you help along the way? How many smiles, how many lives were impacted, And that's a great measure. It's like, and all that is found in the journey. That's not found at the destinations. So, yeah. Just a perspective switch, and please understand that you did it and that you're successful, and it doesn't take the world to see it yet and for the numbers to match and all that for you to understand that you did it. So please remind yourself and celebrate. Find a way to celebrate today, whether it be big or small. Your favorite food, your favorite book, calling your favorite person, however you want to do it, as long as it's the intention, I'm doing XYZ to celebrate XYZ, then, well, I guess it'd have to be a different letter. So I'm doing ABC to celebrate XYZ, then, yeah, that's a celebration. It could literally be anything. basketball. Yeah. I'm hearing like the squeaks on the court, like when they're running around, it's just like the basketball squeaks. Um, I'm also hearing Angel Reese and WNBA, Asia Wilson, um, which is giving me the energy of knowing your value, even when other people don't see it yet. And that feels like it piggybacks off the last message of understanding that know your worth. Understand that just because someone may view you as less than or tries to discredit you, that's not your truth, and that's not the truth. So understand that how you see yourself is most important and trumps all else. If you're okay with who you are, if you're satisfied with, and you're content with who you are, that's a period. There's nothing else to hear. It doesn't matter what this person next to you thinks, this person over there thinks, this person who raised you, what they think. If you're okay with yourself, that has to come first before you can do anything else. And understand that there's always going to be people who celebrate you. If you just have to put yourself in the right places. It may not be the places you grew up. It may not be the places you found yourself all these years. It may be in new places. But understand that there are places. You're not alone, and your people are out there. No matter who you are or whatever you're into, like nothing happens in a vacuum. You weren't given a bunch of interests, and you're literally the only person with all those interests. Like there's people who are interested in those things. There's people who see the world the way you do, and there's people who you're in resonance with, in alignment. You have soul family and all that stuff. So understand that. Go where you're celebrated. But at first, if there's nowhere around you, celebrate yourself and follow the energy and follow it to places that make you feel celebrated. And in those places, you'll meet people who are similar to you or who also feel celebrated by similar things, Like if you do poetry and that makes you feel celebrated because you're like, wow, I'm really good at this. I really love this poem. Okay, go to an open mic. Go to a poetry slam. Go somewhere where poets hang out. Because that's something that makes you feel fulfilled. So even if you don't meet anybody, you'll be fulfilled because you're in an environment of poetry and you love poetry. But I guarantee you in those spaces, you'll meet other people who like poetry, who probably are into other things that you're into, who are at a similar, vibration as you, who kind of feel the same way, have similar outlooks, and then before you know it, you go to enough of those, or, you meet them and then you find out like, oh yeah, I hang out with a whole group of us who do these things. You're like, whoa, I love it. And, now you're in the middle of a whole friend, and that's how it goes. But it's like, you have to follow the energy. And sometimes that just starts with you. Celebrate yourself. Do things that make you feel celebrated, that make you feel like an all-star, like a superstar. Go places that match that and allow the miracles to find you there, because then while you're there, you're going to be in a high vibration because you're immersed in an experience that makes you feel like a superstar. And you'll meet other people who make you feel like a superstar. It'll just continue to be, it'll be a rabbit hole of greatness. And yeah, that's all you're being called to do right now. Is just, go where you're celebrated. Go be the superstar that you are, because you are a superstar. I'm going to pull a couple more of these, and then 2 tarot cards, and then we're going to call it. Okay. I feel like the indoor messages are always so different than outdoor messages. It's always a nice contrast, though. Kind of puts in your face like how real energy is, You can be doing the exact same thing in 2 different places and it feel completely different. The energy be completely different, like so much be completely different. The whole thing be completely different. Oh. It's raining cards. Hallelujah, it's raining cards. Amen. Let's see where to start. Meditate. Spend some time in silence. Spend some time being quiet. If you're someone who, as soon as it gets quiet, you feel uncomfortable, your mind's racing, so, you find yourself, you just continue to talk or whatever. Understand that in those silences, it's miracles, it's magic. So don't run from them. You want to be able to be comfortable in silence. You want to be able to, not be on the run from your mind because it's a wild place to be, or trying to distract yourself and keep yourself moving because you don't feel comfortable being still. Understand that every time you do that, you're missing opportunities for miracles. You're missing opportunities for clarity to come in. You're missing opportunities for downloads and guidance and all that stuff that's trying to find you, and that only has a space to find you through when your mind's a little quieter, when there's space. because you're constantly thinking. A download could come in, but you won't see it because you have a million other thoughts going on. But if your mind's moving slower, or you have the awareness to where you can kind of see your thoughts and they're moving a little slower, and you can trace them one by one, or then you'll be able to catch like, wow, that was a great idea that just went by. Like, ooh, like, dang, I should do that. That's really cool, And you'll be able to like hand select inspiration out of your mind, and inspiration's always trying to find you. Downloads are always trying to find you. But meditation is a good way to slow down that process and to be able to get comfortable in those spaces and that stillness. And it truly is a practice. So yeah, I'm definitely a meditation advocate. So yeah, definitely spend some time meditating and look into it. There's a bunch of different, there's apps like Headway and Balance. Balance is a really good one. I know it comes with like a free year premium. That's one I typically try to tell people to get on. I love Balance. It's really dope. So yeah, introduce some meditation into your life. And mindfulness practices in general. Yoga's good too. 5, change is afoot. Understand that change is the only constant in this world. Like, that's one thing you can hang your hat on, that things will forever be changing. They're always changing now, and that will never change. Like, so understand that staying the same is an anomaly. If you look up and you've been the exact same for so long, you've been doing all the exact same things for so long, understand that you may not be in alignment. You may need to look and be like, what's going on? Because things are constantly changing. I don't care if you've lived in the same neighborhood forever and your house stayed the exact same forever. If you go outside, like, the trees have changed, the grass has changed. If you step out onto the street, the buildings have changed. There's new business and things like that. Like, no matter how much you try to hold on to things and try to keep things the same, the world will continue to move. It will continue to change, and you will be out of alignment with it because you're the only thing that's not in the flow with everything else. And understand it's your responsibility to be in the flow, and that's how you experience the least resistance in your life and in your experiences, is to be in the flow of what's going on here. Because just like the birds and the bears and all that, we're animals. We're all in sync of this whole thing that's going on here. So understand that we don't exist outside of that. So yeah, get comfortable with change, embrace change, flow with it. Don't resist. Don't try to force your way to stay the same just simply because you're afraid of change, or because change is unknown and you don't know what to expect, and your normal is comfortable, so you just want to keep everything the same. Understand that's not going to work. It's not sustainable. So the quicker you can get used to change and embrace it when it shows up, the better. 444, that's 222 that came out earlier, and 333, and 444. Understand that you are stable and that everything's okay. Even when it feels shaky, understand that nothing has changed. Understand that the things that are showing up for you right now are for your highest good, and the things that are crumbling and falling apart are no longer in alignment to where you're going. You asked for a new life. You asked for strength. You asked for new experiences. And understand that your life as it currently is, or how it was recently, there was no room for newness. You had so many things, so many structures in your life, so many things that there was no space for anything new. Like, you had these friends who you spent all your time with. You had this job you spent all your time at, and it's like, there's not even space in your schedule for newness without losing some of these things. So understand that that's all that's happening right now. Your life's being recalibrated. Things are falling away in order to make room for new things. I understand these new things will be improvements. They will be more you than the things that are leaving. Understand that they're only leaving because they're not in a match to who you are anymore. So understand that, embrace that process. Wish them well. The things that have been a staple for you for so long that are now falling apart should fill you with excitement. It's like, wow, like, you've been a part of my life for so long. It's like, wow, it's time to move on from you. Like, these changes must be really big then, and understand that it can be a good process. It doesn't have to be hard. Everything that leaves you doesn't have to be snatched away. It doesn't have to be like, give me that. Oh, wait, give me that. Like, it can be this flow of like, okay. Oh. Like, it can be this give and take, like, oh, here you go. It doesn't have to be like, oh. And then now it doesn't have to be that. So understand that you have the power, you have a choice always. You can make it this hard, forceful thing, or you can flow with it. You can just, thank you. And understand that the more you can embrace those changes, then the more that can come in for you, and the more experiences you can have, the more you can evolve and become and experience everything that's here for you to experience, because you're someone who's here to experience it all, who It's here to experience the best of the best. So don't hold on to things afraid that, like it'll be a loss, because understand that it'll keep getting better. And to get used to that. Get used to that death and rebirth. Get used to things coming, things going, flow. And that's the only constant here. So find your place in the flow of things and trust it. And understand that everything comes back full circle. You're not going to be left with nothing. It's not going to take something and just leave you stuck there like, yeah, all right, see you later. Understand that something's going to come right behind it. Shrooms. And for this, I'm just getting, explore your inner world and allow your inner world to bleed out into your outer world, Like if you're feeling joy, go express that joy. Go express it somewhere. Go get that energy out. If you're feeling anger, express it. And that doesn't mean go punch somebody in the face, but you can go write an angry song, or you can go write a mad poem, or like you can transmute even the lowest of vibrations into something beautiful. That's your alchemy. That's your magic right there. Like you can take a negative experience, create something beautiful, and change that whole energy dynamic, and allow it to amplify, and other people's light to amplify it, and now it's this beautiful thing. Like even think about like some of your favorite songs that are sad, or like your movies that are tragic. Understand that at its root, it's this low vibration. It's sadness, it's pain, it's yearning, but it's like through the alchemy of creation, it becomes empowering. It becomes someone feeling like they're seen, they're not alone, like they're loved, they're supported. All the amazing things that you would want someone to feel, But it's like it came from this very dark place, but through the alchemy of creation, it became this beautiful thing. So understand that that's the call right now. Good or bad, allow your inner world to have space in your outer world. Use that stuff to create, and understand that you're going to create masterpieces. And if you continue to have that intention to heal and to feel your things out, and understand that emotions are just energy, and that you can use it to do beautiful things, even if it feels dark, even if it feels heavy, that it can be transmuted into something light. Understand that you'll be able to maximize your experience. You'll be able to turn the worst experiences and the worst cards into a winning hand every single time, because you understand that you are a magician, and that alchemy is you. You are an alchemist, and that you have the power, and you can turn anything into anything, and that really is your magic. And yeah, you're coming face to face with that this week, and you're just being asked to spend some time in your inner world, go on a trip, and allow that inner world to exist in your outer world. Yeah, that's dope. I really love the Oracle cards. I feel like there's so many cards in here, but I feel like we typically see the same ones, but this was a different bunch, and they felt different this week. So, oh yeah. Thank you, cards. All right. Let's see how Tarot wants to close us out this week. Oh, 33:33 on the timer. Oh yeah, how y'all feeling? I feel like this week was interesting. Like, I don't know, I feel like the energy wasn't, I don't know, the energy was different this week, but profound in a different way, powerful in a different way. Like there was a calm charge to it, it wasn't like, but it didn't feel like, oh, this was a down week, energy's kind of whatever. It didn't feel like that at all. Like a quiet confidence in the message. Like it didn't have to be loud, but it's going to be felt regardless, and that's kind of how it's felt. Right off the bat, 10 of Cups, and you're going to see what card's at the bottom. I feel like it's always at the bottom at some point in these readings. You probably already know what it is by now. Definitely guess, and then when we get there, we'll see if you're right. But 10 of Cups, I'm telling you, this is it. Through all this death and rebirth, through all this change talk and everything, it just feels like this is it. It's time. Like this is what we've been talking about. All those readings for months, and for some for years, they're saying like, your time is coming, your time is coming. This is it. Are you ready? Oh, it gets so good from here. All those things that just sound like, good things to say and things to, keep people hoping and keep people, going along. But it's like, no, this is it. This is what it was all for. And I know you're tired. I know it's been a long road. I know you've been at it it for so long. You've heard so many of these messages. You've been doing this dance for a long time. And, you know, the results haven't always looked like what you've been putting in. But understand that this is it. And that this is what it's all been about. All the change you've been putting in, all the intention you've been living with, all of it, just all of it. You know your experience better than anybody. There's nothing I can say that can tell you what you've been through better than you can. You know. Understand that this is what it's all been about. You get your rainbow. Be on the lookout for rainbows in your experience. Like if you go out and you see a rainbow, understand that that's confirmation. Like this is it. You've done it. And it's gonna be your time to celebrate. It is your time to celebrate. You don't have to wait for it to show up. You can start now. And that'll help ground it in. Start moving, start planning. Hit up that party planner. Figure out your guest list. Start moving. And understand that this is it. You did it. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of us. And I can't wait to see, you know, just all the testimonies are like, wow, like it finally happened. Like, yo, Mark, this happened and this happened and then this happened. You know, like I can't wait to see that. Like those fill me up with so much joy, like getting the feedback from you all and seeing just how the magic plays out in your lives and hearing what your experiences are and like the things actually coming to fruition and actualizing. It's like, yep, that actually happened. Like, oh, yep, that happened today. Like, that's so dope. And it's like, yeah, this is it. This is what we've been working towards. And there's going to be a lot of testimonies. I'm ready to see that spike up in the comments, spike up in the feedback and all that because I know it's coming because it's here already. And the proof of that continues to show itself every day for me and I know for you. And because if you keep that awareness, you keep your head on the swivel and you know, allow the miracles to present themselves to you and the synchronicities and all that to present themselves to you. I know they are because they're all over the place because that's how charged things are right now. That's how much is here for us right now. And yeah, I'm hearing like September. I'm hearing harvest again. Like this is it. As we transition into fall, understand that fall is all about the harvest, you know. And the seeds we've been planting all year, the seeds we've planted in spring, the seeds we planted in summer, understand that now things are starting to grow. We're entering into the feminine half of the zodiac. Understand that as we hit Libra season, we're halfway through. And the first half is masculine and typically is the outputs and creating, and that's when you're hitting the ground hard, you're getting clear on what you want to do, you're putting in the work, you're planting those seeds. Understanding as we transition into fall, it's time to receive now. It's time to see the fruits of our labor. It's time to, you know, all the things to come through. And that's where we are right now. And understand that your 10 of Cups moment is going to present itself. And don't be surprised when you look around and you see a bunch of people having their 10 of Cups moments. Don't get jealous. Don't start to be like, oh man, where's mine? Understand that God's in the neighborhood. If you look left and you see, oh my God, I hit the lottery. And you look right and someone like, oh my God, I just got into my dream school. And then you look up and it's like, oh my God, I'm in my dream house. Understand that the next stop is your doorstep. So God's in the neighborhood. Don't fall into that lack energy because good things are happening around you. Because that'll be the thing that disconnects you from the alignment that you've cultivated this whole time. So as you see more good things happen, understand that, wow, I'm in the right place at the right time. And then you're going to look up and then boom, you're right in your lap. So, hell yeah, enjoy your harvest. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. And understand that you earned all this stuff. No one's doing you any favors. Even if it comes in through somebody looking like they're giving you something, understand that it wasn't them. Like, they're just a conduit. Understand that it was you. It was you. It was you in co-creation with the universe and God and everything else. And they're just the one to present it to you. And that's it. Nobody's doing you any favors. You did this, you earned this, and you created this. So congratulations. I'm so proud of you. And I love you. And enjoy it. Please enjoy it. Don't spend your whole time worried about keeping it or worried about, you know, having to do all these things to make it last. Understand that it's yours. It's yours. It's yours. Okay? And now, without further ado, the card on the bottom. Who guessed it? Yeah, the Fool always shows up. It hadn't showed up so far in the reading. We should have known it was going to come out at this point, though, at the bottom. And that, for me, you know, that's the subconscious energy that we may not be seeing at any given time. And understand that, yeah, you're on the journey. This is it. This is all these things that your experiences are the results of you stepping off that ledge. This most recent time, the time a few years ago, whenever your journey started. And, you know, we have a lot of journeys within the journey. So understand that this is that first time as well as the energy of the last time and every time in between that. Understand that everything you're seeing right now is because you continue to be the fool. You continue to step off that ledge. Every time a new ledge popped up, you met it head first, faster than the last time, because you know that at the bottom is the hand of God, the hand of the universe waiting to catch you. And understand that you've been doing the work. You know exactly who you are. And you know that you're protected and that you're not alone. You have the support. I'll try to get the focus, it won't. But you have the support. You got your little trusty steed. You see, you don't have an overabundance of things. You have what you need. You have a flower. You have enough to keep you, happy. You have enough to keep you satisfied. The little things, because you know that all you need is enough to keep your vibration right. You need your awareness. You need your perspective. And you just need to have faith and continue to walk in that and continue to have the vision and trust that everything will present itself along the path. And you've done that. So you're getting your Ten of Cups moment. And that's beautiful. So understand that. Keep being this fool. When you have opportunities to start new adventures, when you have opportunities to discover new parts of yourself or to try new things to see, if there's more of yourself to be found in this new thing, do it. Take it. Because it's going to lead you to more great things. It's going to lead you to more Ten of Cups moments. So, once again, I'm proud of you. Continue to be the fool. It's a good energy to be in. And understand that everybody's not going to understand it. Everybody doesn't understand the magic that the fool is. They might think 41, as I said, they might think you're misguided. They might think you're delusional. They might think, you have childish dreams or, you're living your own world, you're in La La Land. But you know who you are. You know where you're going. You got your guidance from God and the universe. You know exactly where you're headed. And you just have to continue to show up and have faith and move in that direction. And you'll be met with support. You'll be met with all the resources you need to make it happen. So continue to be that. Understand that. And I already know you're going to, because you're a Ten of Cups superstar. It's what you do, It's on a light day, You keep the faith, you keep it moving. You actualize your dreams, you manifest. No biggie, isn't that what we're all doing? So yeah, no, I appreciate y'all. I feel like I'm getting real fun vibes up here. I don't know if it's because, you've been here long enough. Y'all are feeling comfortable. Y'all are letting loose now, but I'm definitely feeling y'all. Page of Wands. You're ready. You're ready at 42, as I say that. The angel numbers are present. The alignment's present. Synchronicities are present. This is it. I hope you feel it. I'm not yelling. I'm not I'm not doing all that, but you feel it. You feel it. You have confidence. The confidence of fire. You are the Page of Wands. Understand that this is it. You're wielding your power. You're trusting it now. You're understanding what you have at your disposal. You're understanding how powerful you are. You're understanding that you're supported by the very forces that created this universe, and that you're not separate from it at any given time, that in any present moment you can call on the same forces, the same energy that created all this that you see. Because you are it. You strip anything down to its smallest point, we're all the same. We're all made of the same stuff. It doesn't matter. So everything is just you and vibrating at a different frequency. And that's it. So there's nothing to be afraid of, because you wouldn't be afraid of yourself. You wouldn't be, you know who you are. So wield your power. Wield your wand. Go do what you need to do, because this is it. And I already know you will. If it doesn't even feel like I'm trying to wake you up to that fact, it's more so just confirmation. That you are that. This is that moment that you feel like you're I don't know why I feel that's real. And that's all this is. So go do that. Go do that thing. Go shape your reality the way you want to, because it's your world. 4 of Wands at the bottom. It's a celebration. You get it now. You know exactly who you are. You know exactly what you bring to this world. And you're actualizing it. You're grounding it all in, because you know now. And you know at a level of not the mind, just in your body, in your existence, in your overall being. And that's what's changing your world the way it is. That's what's having this super impactful effect on the world. So, hell yeah. this energy is definitely closing itself out. Wow, I'm excited. This feels nice. This feels calm. This feels perfect. It feels aligned. And I feel like that's what true alignment feels like. You know, it feels like peace. It doesn't feel like a bunch of chaotic energy or anything like that. It just feels like, yeah, like a job well done. And that's the energy I'm in right now. And I also feel like that's part of the reason, you know, we came inside with it, because like it matches that. That's kind of what it feels like being at home in the energy, you know, like you're used to it because it's you, and you're familiar with yourself. Like you realize none of this stuff is outside of yourself. So it's like as it shows up, you're realizing it's just more of you. Like it's just you in this form, you in that form, you at that frequency, and it's just that knowing, that confident knowing, that calm knowing, that peaceful knowing of that, and that's the energy it feels like we're in right now. But oh, 9 of Cups on the split. You see, confident knowing exactly what I was talking about. Like this is you. Like you're chilling. This is what you do. Like all these cups, you're the cup master. No biggie. Like, yeah, that's just me. You know how I do. I be getting cups. It's like, hell yeah, bro. And that doesn't mean you're not grateful. That doesn't mean like, oh, it's whatever. Like it's no biggie. But it's like, you know, everything is everything. You understand that it's all yours and it's all to be experienced. And there's no reason to be overly like, oh my God, I got it. Because it's like, why? It's just you. And you have the power. You can create 10 more just like that. You can attract 10 times more of that, you know, like, you know who you are. And that's a great place to be at. Like, it's an empowering place to be at. And yeah, it's super healthy that way. You know, not super attached or like feeling like, oh my God, I got to do everything to keep this because it's so great. It's like, no, like, if it goes away, I can bring it back again. Like, I can create whatever I want. So, hell yeah. And it's the last card. Ace of Wands. I'm going to let y'all get a read, and then I'll read it. But let's see if I can get it to focus. Too much light, man. Come on. Okay. Boom. But yeah, don't overthink it. Yeah, just follow the energy. Whatever comes to mind first, whatever you feel drawn to, whatever you feel in your body. Because, you know, depending on how everybody receives guidance and the energy differently. So just pay attention to what happens as you look at it, where you feel it, whether it be in the mind, in the body, or wherever. And just follow the energy and don't overthink it. Trust whatever comes up. But be quiet, so go ahead. If you're still reading, go ahead and give it a little pause. But yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing the castle's waiting for you. It's like this wand is coming, it's being handed to you by the divine. Like, so you can march your way to that castle over there and take your seat and take what belongs to you. I get the feeling that, you know, like there's someone in the castle who doesn't belong there. Like there's a false king. Like there's someone pretending like they did some sort of trickery to trick you out of your kingdom. And yeah, and they're sitting there, you know, and you've been trying to get the strength and doing training to, you know, go take it back at some point. Because, you know, they did it was a big plot to get you out. So it's not like you could just go back in and be like, hey, give me my thing back, you know. Like they might have spread lies and propaganda and things like that. So now the people hate you and everything. So it's like hard to get back in there because people don't even want you back in there, you know. But it's all lies. But you've been practicing and crossing all your T's, and now it's like, here you go. It's time to go get back to reclaim your throne, to go get back everything you're owed. I feel like there's so many parallels with that, and just in life, and that can resonate with in so many different ways. But yeah, that's definitely what I'm getting. So yeah, take the wand and the opportunity that's being presented to you, and whatever that throne is to you, go get it back. Go take your power back. Understand that no one can take it from you, and you understand that now. Understand that you're supported and you were sent there to rule by the very forces that built this universe we live in. I understand that walk into those rooms like God sent you there because he did. Walk in there like the universe dropped you off, because it did. Understand that you're there because you're there on behalf of the universe. You're there on behalf of God. So you have no business allowing anybody to take you off that throne. But you understand that now. Now you know your power. You understand who you are. You understand what you're supported by, and you understand the stakes and the big picture. So now, hey, go reclaim your throne, and it's yours to reclaim, and enjoy that process as well. You know, enjoy the look on their faces when you kick the door down. They're like, "What are you doing here? You were never supposed." You know, hey, I'm here to take everything that's mine, and enjoy that process of taking it back, and then enjoy the process of sitting on the throne and ruling, and spreading that light, and you know, leading yourself, leading the people, 50-50, as I say that, half and half. Rule in the right way, you know, the balanced way, justice back restored. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna mean so many different things to so many different people, but you know your story, and you know where it fits, and if it doesn't fit, don't make it. But if it resonates, definitely take it with you and do with it what you must. And I know I said that was the last card, but the Emperor, and we'll end it on this. The world's in your hands. Confirmation, Bert. Shout out Jadina. But understand that the world is in your hands, and that no one can take it from you. I'm getting the feeling like this is you back on your throne, but now you're vigilant. You understand that they're gonna try to trick you out of it. They're gonna present you with illusions that make you afraid, that make you feel like, oh my God, like maybe I'm not fit to bleed. Maybe I do need to let somebody else take over. But understand that that's not the case, or you wouldn't have gotten to this point. Don't allow anybody to trick you out, because at the end of the day, that's all they can do. Trick you into making yourself make that decision. No one can force you out. No one can do anything. Understand that you have the power. This is your birthright. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And the only way you end up down from there is by getting down. So don't allow anybody to trick you into feeling like you don't deserve to be up there, or like you need to get down, because you don't. Rule, lead, and you're a kind leader. You're a generous leader. You're an intentional leader. You're the leader the world needs right now. So don't think there's anybody out there that's better to sit on this throne than you. So do it, please. You owe it to yourself, and the world is depending on you to lead. So be this emperor. Oh, yeah. 4 might be significant. Aries as well. But yeah, I'm proud of y'all. How y'all feeling? That has been Monday Magic. September 1st. Ooh. Hope y'all ready for these harvests, man. They're coming in. They're coming in so hot, so hot. And it feels like this reading was like a checklist of the last little things. Like, boom, do this, do this, do this, do this, and just be ready to receive, you know? Like, that's all that there is to do. So, yeah, I hope y'all are excited. I hope you guys took away a lot. And, yeah, I hope I was able to reintroduce somebody to their magic, introduce somebody to their magic. And, yeah, definitely let me know how this video finds you, and your takeaways, and how you feel about just everything. Yeah, know that I love you guys so much, and thank you for being here, and continue to be here as things continue to grow and our community continues to grow, and yeah, the magic just continues to amplify, and I feel like it's growing so fast, and every time I come back here and see y'all, it's like so much bigger than the last time. So thank y'all. And continue to be you, and continue to shine the way only you can, and understand that you gotta be yourself, because everybody else is taken. So the best thing you can do for the world and everybody in it is to be you, and to show up authentically at any given time, and which frees yourself and also frees others to do the same and to show up authentically as themselves. And you know, enough people do that, it'll spread enough, and you'll look up and the whole world's authentic, and we have everything we need, because we have everyone we need operating as themselves. And we'll realize that everybody's here to be themselves. And if everybody's doing that, the world will be a perfect place, because we'll all be in alignment to the world. Everything will be aligned. And yeah, we'll live in a world that we all want to live in. So, and then it all starts with us starting with ourselves and it'll bleed over and affect one person, which will affect 2 people, 3 people, and it'll add up and it'll be the whole world. So continue to show up, and I appreciate you. Continue to be yourself and continue to show up, because I understand that I'm only one person and I can inspire and I can touch as many people as I want, but we go way further when you guys take it and you go touch other people too, and that turns my one person into so many different arms and legs, and now we're touching the whole everything. But I can't do that without everybody doing their part. So please understand that I'm just as grateful for you all as you are for me. And when you guys tell me thank you and express so much gratitude for a message coming through that resonated, understand that I'm just as grateful for you relaying to me that it resonated, that I'm just as grateful for you being here to receive the messages, because there are no messages without you guys. There's no channels without people who need to receive the channels. 55-55 as I say that. So understand that we're co-creating this. We're doing this together, and that we're all equally important in this process, in this community, and the work we're doing here. So thank you, and understand that, yeah, I'm forever grateful, and I'm going to keep expressing. I'm going to keep telling you I love you. I'm going to keep telling you thank you. So if you hear it nowhere else, understand that, come on, pop into Monday Magic and pop in with Mark, and you'll hear it a bunch. So yeah, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Hell yeah, temperance at the bottom. Balance is restored. Now go out there and do everything you need to do. So I love you, be safe, and happy Monday. Enjoy the magic.